Hello everyone, welcome to the topics. Welcome to another video. Today is Friday. We are ending the week not as good as we wanted to. So let's talk about the news and then let's look at the charts. Stay tuned. Starting with the news. Bitcoin fell below the $100,000 on November 13th, making it a 6-month low and deepening the bear market rout mid risk aversions and tech stock sell-offs. The price has consolidated around the 96,500 after a very sharp decline, with long-term holders increasing sales and the RSI signaling potential further downside. And Ethereum dropped another 3% below the 3,200, down 32% from recent highs, while Solana slid to the $142 amid broader altcoin weakness, including steeper pullbacks in tokens like Aero and STRK. And despite this fearful sentiment, analysts still think a November rally is possible, with the total market cap currently hovering around the $3.3 trillion. But we have a bullish outlier. Monad's token eyes an 188 million public sale on Coinbase, which will start on November 17th at $0.025 per token, with some CT users comparing this ICO to Ethereum's 2014 launch, and even with the Solana launch. But we cannot compare those because the fully diluted value of Ethereum was 20 million and the fully diluted value of Solana was 110 million. And guess what? This is super far-fetched because Monad has a $2.5 billion pre-launch fully diluted value. So mainnet is going to drop November 24th, and my personal opinion is that this will be a bloodbath. Whoever's trying to hold this token will get wrecked because it is such a big number on pre-launch that a lot of people, VCs that are early, they have allocated a lot of money early, they're going to take profits and dump on the market. The US government shutdown concluded on November 13th after 41 days, the longest one yet, following a bipartisan Senate deal endorsed by Donald Trump, restoring operations for key agencies like the CFTC and the SEC. This clears the path for crypto oversight reforms, including a draft bill splitting responsibilities between the CFTC for commodities and the SEC for securities. And Trump's pro-crypto stance continues to drive narratives, with family ventures like WLF amplifying his influence on market sentiment. Eric Trump highlighted crypto as the future of finance in one of his recent comments, underscoring and showing its growing political weight. The Bank of England opened a consultation on regulating sterling-denominated stablecoins. In DeFi, Uniswap is proposing to burn Uni via protocol fees, and that has gained a lot of traction on crypto Twitter. BNY Mellon launched a money market fund tailored for stablecoin issuers, ensuring compliance with the Genius Act and providing smaller operations an alternative to major custodians like BlackRock, for example. The FDIC is set to issue guidance on ensuring tokenized bank deposits, which will facilitate blockchain use in banking wire and addressing risk management and payment advancements. PayPal is expanding very much its pay-to-crypto feature, and it is allowing millions of users to spend digital assets at checkout with huge reduction in costs. In the meantime, the first XRP ETF has launched and is boosting optimism not only for XRP, but for the altcoin to TradFi bridge. So now that we have the news, let's take a look at the charts to see what they have to tell you. Let's start with Bitcoin. Looking right here at the 1-hour chart, something that I noticed is this green candle right here, which looks like a spinning top. A spinning top is almost like a hangman, but it has a wick on the top as well. So it has a wick on the top and a wick below, and it is short-term bearish. So I do believe that now we're going to see a little correction to the downside, mainly because we have some moving averages right here on top holding this and also the VWAP holding it. So I do believe that we're going to see it go down a little bit. Almost the same pattern can be seen on Ethereum on the 1-hour chart. And if I had to guess, if we go to Solana, Solana also has a spinning top pattern, which is a little bit bearish. So this should bring the price of Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin down for the short term. But on the long term, if we go to the 4 hours and even the daily, we are looking at a bottom on the RSI, but still not on the oversold. So below the 30 right here, we're entering the oversold territory for Bitcoin. And I still think that we're going to have some downside right here, maybe towards the 95,000 today. Maybe we can correct that tomorrow. But yeah, it doesn't look good for Bitcoin right now in the short term, especially if you look at the 1 hour, we still have some margin to go right here. And as I'm saying this, we have Bitcoin that is starting to go down, Ethereum and also Solana starting to go down. So I think I am right on reading this pattern right here, even though patterns cannot be trusted every time because they tend to fail you when you're doing the most. But for example, if you see right here, this is a shooting star. This is a shooting star right here. Also like this, looks like a spinning. This right here is a clear hangman. So these things can help you when you're doing short-term trades, but I wouldn't just blindly follow these things because they can bite you. The fear greed index is showing 22 right now, which is almost at extreme fear. And I think we're going to see that once again. I think we're going to be touching the extreme fear before we start seeing a rally on Bitcoin once again. So that is not so good news for short term, but I think it is going to be a good buying opportunity, especially if you have a average price above $100,000. This is your time to lower that average price. If you're still bullish on Bitcoin and also any other coins that you're bullish, this is the time for you to buy. And as we speak, we are looking at Bitcoin going below the 96,300. Now Bitcoin is at 96,254. We have Ethereum at 3185, XRP at 230, BNB still below the $1,000. I'm going to be buying some more BNB. Solana at 141. We have Hyperliquid at 37 and Zcash above the 400 once again, but still below the 730, which was its all-time high, I think, ever. I don't know if when it launched, because it launched at a very high price, so I don't know if that was higher or lower, but still 730 was what we saw a few days ago, and now it is back at 580. So overall, the market is feeling it. Market cap is below $3.3 trillion, which is minus 4.2 in the last week, but hopefully we are able to touch that bottom. People are going to get scared, people are going to get liquidated, but then we should start rising once again. So on the copy trading side, we have 240 people joining the altcoin 0DTE, and we have almost 1,000 people on the 0DTE, the normal 0DTE, which uses Bitcoin. So this one just trades Bitcoin options, and this one trades altcoins as the name suggests. So here we have $4,125,191 in assets under management, and here we're almost getting to 1 million as well. So congrats, welcome everyone. This is having huge returns. I still think we're gonna go above the 5% right here. Just yesterday we were at 4.25, so I believe that we're gonna be doing some more trades that are gonna be profitable for us. Hopefully the weekend is gonna be good. Hopefully on Monday we're gonna have a good opening, both on the traditional and the crypto markets, but who knows what's gonna happen. By the time this video goes out, maybe Trump has tweeted something, maybe the market has liquidated another $1 billion from the markets in leverage positions. Who knows? Everything can happen, especially now with these very weird weekends that we're having week after week. We're having huge movements on the weekends, which is something weird and unheard of. So take care, do your own due diligence, and if you got all the way to the end of the video, leave that thumbs up as a way for me to know that you got all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Have a safe weekend. Take care. Peace.